Hello everyone, I am Mr. Akash Awad, Assistant Professor from KVN Naik College, Nasik at Physics Department. Today we are going to discuss radioactive decay and its representation. In this topic, we are going to study what is the meaning of radioactivity, what is the meaning of radioactive decay and its type, that means alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. So this topic is very useful for BSc and MSc student. So here is the objective of the today's video. All of you know the phenomena of radioactivity was discovered by Henry Becquerel in 1896. That means at the end of the 18th century and just beginning of the 19th century. The radioactivity means the phenomena of spontaneous emission of energetic radiations having high penetrating power by radioactive substance is called radioactivity. So here is some few example of the radioactive substance which emits the energetic particles, that means alpha, beta and gamma radiations. First one is the cesium 55U137, uranium 235, uranium 238, radium 222, carbon 614, cobalt 60 and so many of them. So they are the best example which emit the energetic particles in the form of alpha, beta and gamma radiations. Next one is the radioactive decay. Radioactivity is a nuclear phenomena in which an unstable nucleus undergoes a decay. That process is called radioactive decay. And there are three types of decay: alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. In alpha decay, there is an emission of helium nucleus, that means 2 protons and 2 neutrons are emitted from the radioactive nucleus. That is nothing but the alpha particle. Second one, in beta decay, there is an emission of electrons and positrons from the radioactive nucleus. That is nothing but the beta minus and beta plus. And last one is the gamma decay, in which high energy photons are emitted. That means electromagnetic radiations are emitted from the radioactive nucleus. So these are the three basic types of decay, that means alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. So let's talk about the one by one deeply. That means we can study the properties of alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. So here is first type, that means alpha decay. So let's talk about the properties of alpha decay. In alpha decay, there is an emission of 2 protons and 2 neutrons, that is nothing but the helium nucleus, that is nothing but the alpha particle. They are a positive charge particle because when alpha particle is come out, that means there is a emission of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So protons having the positive charge and neutrons is electrically neutral. So overall charge on the alpha particle is only positive, that means only due to a proton. So that's why they are positive charge particle. The charge is plus 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Being a charged particle, they are deflected by electric and magnetic field. These rays travel with very high velocity ranging from 1.4 to 1.7 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. They can ionize the gas and their ionization power is very large as compared to the beta and gamma rays, because alpha particle is much more heavy than the beta and gamma rays. When alpha particle come out from the radioactive nucleus, its atomic number decrease by 2 and mass number decrease by 4. So let's talk about the general nuclear reaction. XZA, that means Z indicates atomic number, A indicates mass number, and we get the new nucleus Y, Z minus 2, A minus 4, and the emission of helium nucleus, that means alpha particle with the emission of some amount of energy. So here is some alpha emitter: uranium 235, uranium 238, radium 222, platinum 175 and so many examples are there which emits the alpha particle. And here is the representation of the alpha particle. So in figure you can observe that first image, that means first nucleus, indicates that the radioactive substance which emits the alpha particle, which is exactly middle of the figure. That means 2 protons and 2 neutrons are come out from the nucleus. There is a formation of helium nucleus, we can say that alpha particle, and the remaining product is nothing but the Y, Z minus 2, A minus 4, that is nothing but the new nucleus is formed with some amount of energy is released. Second one is the beta decay. So let's talk about the beta particle, properties of beta particle. In beta particle, all of you know there is a emission of electrons as well as positron from the nucleus. If it is a electron, the charge is negative minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Being a charged particle, they are deflected by electric and magnetic field. These rays travel with very high velocity, nearly equal to the 1/10th of the velocity of light. They can ionize the gas and their ionization power is small as compared to the alpha particle. When electrons, that means beta particle, come out from the reactive nucleus, its atomic number increase by 1 and mass number does not change. So let's talk about the general nuclear reaction. XZA gives you a new nucleus, that is nothing but the Y, Z plus 1A. That means Z number increase by 1 and mass number is not going to change, and plus 1 electron. So 1 electron is nothing but the 1 beta particle and some amount of energy is emitted. So here is some example of the beta emitter: carbon 614, cesium 55 137, cobalt 2760, thallium 9234, and so many etc. So here is the representation. In figure you can observe that first one reactive nucleus, second one the beta particle, and third one is the new nucleus is formed. So when beta particle come out from the reactive nucleus, that means one electron is emitted, that is nothing but the beta particle, and remaining product is nothing but the new nucleus called as YZ plus 1A. So this is all about the beta decay. And last one is the gamma decay. In gamma decay, there is an emission of electromagnetic waves of very short wavelength. So that electromagnetic waves, we can say that photons. So they are electrically neutral, so charge is 0. They are not deflected by electric and magnetic field because photons does not have any charge, so they are neutral, so that's why there is no deflection by electric and magnetic field. These rays travel with very high velocity compared to alpha and beta particle. They can ionize the gas, but their ionization power is so small as compared to alpha and beta particle. When alpha particles or when gamma rays come out from the radioactive nucleus, there is no change in the atomic number and mass number of the excited nucleus. That means there is no emission of alpha, beta, it's just photons. That means electromagnetic rays are coming. There is no emission of electrons or protons or neutrons, just a photon, that means energy. That's why there is no change in the atomic number and mass number. Here is the general nuclear reactions. XZA star. That star gives you, indicates that the given nucleus is in excited state, and with the emission of photons, that means gamma, we get the same nucleus but in the ground state. That means XZA. So some example of the gamma rays: cesium 55 137, cobalt 60, thallium 234, radium 222. So they are the best example of the gamma ray. And here is the representation of the gamma radiation. So in figure you can observe that first nucleus indicates that the given nucleus is in excited state, that is called the excited nucleus state. That means the given nucleus having the excess amount of energy in the nucleus, that excess amount of energy is emitted in the form of photons or electromagnetic waves, or we can say that gamma, and this excited nucleus state comes down to a ground state. We can say that XZA. So this is all about the gamma decay. So let's finish this video with discussing some basic difference between the alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay, which is very useful for better understanding. So let's see one by one. In alpha decay is a helium nucleus, that means 2He4 consisting of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. In beta, electrons and positrons are come out from the nucleus. In gamma, electromagnetic waves are coming out. Second one, in alpha, atomic number decrease by 2 and mass number decrease by 4. In beta, atomic number increases by 1 and mass number does not change. In gamma decay, there is no change in atomic number and mass number of excited nucleus because just emission of photons or electromagnetic waves. Third one, in alpha decay, it is a positive charge, so plus 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb charge. Beta particle, if I consider this is the electrons, so it is the negative charge particle. Charge is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. In gamma, there is emission of electromagnetic waves, so it is electrically neutral, so charge is 0. Next one, alpha decay. They are deflected by electric and magnetic field. In beta, they are also deflected by electric and magnetic field because both are charged particle. But gamma, there is no reflection in any field, that means electric field, magnetic field. Next one, in alpha decay, the velocity is 1.4 to 1.7 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. In beta decay, velocity is nearly equal to 1 by 10 the velocity of light, and gamma, it is a photon, so velocity is very high, which is exactly or nearly equal to the velocity of light. Next one, in alpha decay, the ionization power is very large, but penetration power is very small than the beta and gamma rays. In beta decay, ionization power is small, but penetration power is larger than the alpha but less than the gamma. In gamma decay, ionization power is very small as compared to alpha and beta, but the penetration power is very large than the both alpha and beta particle. And last one is the example of the alpha decay: uranium-235, uranium-238, radium-222, and in beta decay, carbon-614, cobalt-2760, cesium-55-137, and last one in gamma decay, cobalt-60, cesium-137, thallium-234. So this is all about the alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. So I hope you understand. Thank you so much.